So this is the performance of Yakuza 0 on PC on this 200-pound card, the RX 480, paired with a 1800X from AMD. So right now I'm running it at 1080p, everything maxed out. Trying to see that performance. In the menus it goes up to 240 frames per second, that's with VSync off. It's terrible without VSync, to be honest. So in this busy area, I'm reaching about 70 frames per second on average. It's between 60 to 70 plus. And the temperatures do get a bit hot. They do go up to about 80 max, I think, in this footage. And it's a really good PC port, to be honest, considering this company don't release that many, I think. And here's a fight. In these fights, like when you do the context sensitive attacks, like the ones where you go up to them and press triangle or Y, that's when the frame rate tends to drop, almost like it's a cutscene or something. But that's about it, really. There's not much. Didn't really illustrate it in that fight, but. And the game uses about 2 gigs of textures on at 1080p, which is not much considering all this stuff it's rendering. But then again, I reckon some of these textures are from the PS3 era. Some of it, like these low polygon characters. But then that's how they get so many characters on screen, I guess, sometimes. And this map actually feels lived in. That's what I like about Yakuza games. And now we're fighting the delinquents. I think it's in this fight that I show that context sensitive moment where you press Y or triangle and the frame rate drops for a second or less. Is it this? Nope, it's not. He's dead. Or knocked out, because you don't really ever kill anyone in this. It's almost like One Piece. Anyways, here I'm illustrating it at 2K 1440p, just to see if see the difference between 1080p and 2K, just for the sake of it. Why not, right? I want to see how much headroom I've got with this card, with this graphics card. So there we go. Frame rate drops to about 45 on average. It's running at just over 2 gigs. The temperature stays at around between 70 to 80 degrees. I don't mess with the fan curve thing in your GPU settings. I tend to leave that on default, because I don't tend to run it too hot anyways. I don't ask too much from a card. The 1800X is not really doing much. It's not a CPU intensive game, I guess, because it doesn't do much physics calculations and stuff. I'm not sure how it works really, but that's my guess. It's more GPU intensive. And here's a fight with Yakuza. I think it's in this one that I show my point about the context sensitive thing. I just love these kind of games, and just action adventure. It's my favorite genre in video games. There we go. So there we go. The frame rate dropped to like half then. It dropped down to like 35. I think that's just something the game does whenever that cutscene moment happens. In the actual cutscenes, if you go in your settings and set it to render, I forgot what it's called, but there's a render at frame rate option for your videos, so it doesn't drop down to 30. I think that's what it does, and it keeps it. I keep it locked at 60. I'll show you my custom settings at the end of the video, which is running it at 2K 1440p with shadows turned on, I think, and with no anti-aliasing, because you don't really need it, I think, at 2K, especially on a 1080p monitor. Hopefully I'm not talking out of my bum about that, but here we go. I'm putting it at 4K just to see how bad it gets. So it's at 4K now. And you're in the menus, obviously you get max frame rate. The menus don't count. And boom, 20 frames per second at 4K on a 200-pound card. It's still playable. I mean, some people actually play it, but I don't need 4K. 2K is quite nice. But it rarely goes below 20. It might go down. I think it's the least it went down to. The least it went down to is about 18 frames per second. But why would you buy a 200-pound card to expect 4K, right? But I'm guessing if you turn down certain stuff like the ultra textures and stuff like that, you can probably get a constant 30 at 4K on this 200-pound card. But I didn't bother trying because my card was running hot during the session anyways. Yeah, Yakuza, one of my favorite series. I did play Yakuza 4 and 5. I think I might get 6. Definitely want to play them all. I don't know the full story of Kiryu senpai. So yeah, this is me messing around getting my custom settings. See what works out best for me visually and performance wise. So there you go, FX AA off. Even though I don't think it will affect the frame rate that much, but I wanted a lot more headroom. I wanted to make sure the frame rate never drops. So I turned all AA off. Everything just looks crisper and nicer, you know, at a higher resolution. So just running around this busy area. It's the busiest area I know in the game, about a couple hours in. Not many hours. But I don't think there's any other part in the game that's gonna be this busy. Unless you're fighting like 50 guys at once, which I've never have I seen that? I think one of the YAKUZAs did have a moment like that. But I'm so glad this game is on PC now, man. I can hopefully they've released the others on it. I'd replay 4 and 5 for sure. I'm here running around looking for a fight and there's nothing going on. But look at the city, man. It's so busy and it just feels lived in, you know? That's the impressive thing about these YAKUZA games. You can spend hours with the mini games in these games, man. You can do karaoke, you can do baseball, like you're just hitting balls. There's a mini game with some kind of car racing, I think, toy car racing, which I haven't done yet. There's so much to do in these games. It's a very, very good character game. One of the most underrated franchises, I think. Boom! I'm watching that later, that's for sure. You can get to watch like softcore, softcore porn. It's just girls in bikinis. Yeah, YAKUZA. I'm hoping to beat this game before what's it called, Monster Hunter, which releases on Thursday, and now it's a Monday for me. These games are usually like 20 hours easily, and the game's quite cheap on Steam as well. You get your money's worth immediately within the first couple hours. You know, it's only like £15 max, I think, which is very kind of Bandai or Sega or whichever. I think it's Sega to release a game that cheap. I don't know why. Maybe because there's not much content compared to the others, so they release it at that price. But I'm very happy with that price. I would have easily paid 20-something pounds, but maximum 30. Yeah, I'm just here running around looking for a fight. Just thought I'd give you my honest opinion about YAKUZA, the YAKUZA games. Everyone should try them. I'm live streaming it on my channel as well. Hopefully, I get to put all my anything story related will be streamed, and there's a playlist for it as well if any one person cares. Now we're fighting the Men in Black. Will Smith is in this group. See there, the frame rate didn't drop at all. I think that has something to do with either the AA or the shadows being on ultra, but in this gameplay they're on medium, I think. Well, AA is off. But yeah, Yakuza 0, definitely everyone should try it. If you got a good enough PC, why not? Thanks for watching.